for the delay to everyone watching. It's some server ping issues, of course, we had to figure out between these two teams, so everyone is on as even playing field as possible. And we're going to be hopping into map 1 and a veto match, which we're still a little bit confused about even now, even though we've had some time to talk about it. Surprised that we've got Nuke here and not Mirage.
I'm still not entirely convinced we're actually going to get to see Nuke though, you know, because Ancient is the second most picked map for Bestia. And it's Dashskins' pick coming into the series. So there is a very realistic world where Bestia might just get this done in 2, and then it doesn't make a difference whether it was Nuke or Mirage, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if that is going to be something that we get to see down the line or not. Dashskins going to be heading in towards the speed bomb site, just trying to take all the attention they possibly can in towards middle before they go all in.
Oh my goodness, that's
ouch.
Lexi given no chance on that one. Ooh, hang on.
Now they shift their focus. This is what the position for Hap in middle gives them, is the ability to shift away from that initial play in towards B. They're going to go into what's currently a vacant A bomb site, but you have got tomaszin with the Julies, rounds the corner, gets that first frag, and he'll even get the kill in the second. Hasn't denied the bomb plant, though. I know it's still a 4 versus 2, so it's unlikely, but it means Dashskins have a chance. Maybe.
Maybe. Divine would have to go crazy, though.
Needs divine intervention.
And there's none. And it's gone.
This literally went straight through my mind too,
Yeah, and it's tomaszin with the great 3K, with the dualies. ZMB there trying to spin on the spot while planting the bomb. You can't really do that as much anymore. You do get thrown off of it, especially when defusing, but he was able to at least get it down, which is the important thing for the money injection for them.
Yeah. Do you remember when people would have like the DPI button on their mouse that they would just set to like 5,000 DPI? So when they were diffusing or whatever, they would just push that button and then, like you say, just aggressively move their mouse around the mouse pad to make it so difficult to hit them when they were diffusing.
Yes, yes.
But thank God that's not a thing anymore. That was awful. Dashskins get the bomb plants and the pistol on. They lose. They're going to buy up here immediately afterwards and look to try and play on the front foot. tomaszin is too. Got an A kill, and he's not going to get traded out. Nocta there to support him at range.
Okay, something I'd like to point out, because I thought actually we had as Timo holds on really well there against the Force buy. Just see what ZMB can do first before I make my point. The answer is nothing.
Anyway.
Okay, so might have been able to tell Luchov is not in the server for Bestia, right? I thought Lexi was a nickname for his, and it was like for example, a Faceit nickname or whatever, and it was actually still Luchov. It's not. I've checked on HLTV. Lexi is a 20-year-old player from Bestia's Academy. So not sure what's gone on there. Not sure why Luchov is not in the server, but just an FYI for people watching. Looks like we do have a stand-in here for Luchov.
Okay, then. That changes the entire dynamic. You know what? I hadn't even clocked that, Trav. I hadn't even noticed. And he's only played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 officials on his HLTV history. He's barely been blooded into the game yet.
True.
Fresh Meacher. My word. Okay, well, let's see what Mr. Lexi's all about here. Going to be an eco round for Dashskins. Just looking to get a plant. Smoke. And Timo's shot everywhere but where the players are in the smoke. 2 kills for Leo Monster. Dink onto Cassin as well. Don't think they'll get a whole lot more, but certainly some valuable damage inflicted already.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good considering. The HEs came through from the CT side, and there was a CT in those smokes where the HEs were flying in, which is why you saw I think a team assist in the kill feed there. Lots of damage taken, as you can see on Noxe and Cassin too. 11 and 8 HP. That's a lot closer than perhaps they would have wanted it to be. But they got it over the line anyway, all good. Here's a nade I think you're going to see flying in here. Blowing Timo up, pretty much. And yeah, Leo Monster does well to find 2 with the P250 and do some damage.
Yeah. Here we go into the first gun round. What do Dashskins have up their sleeves here on Ancient? It is their map pick, so we're expecting some decent things from them. Played the map 11 times in the past 3 months. They've won it on 8 of those occasions. They've only lost it 3 times. Once against Red Canids, once against Keystars, and once against Olha Amarella.
Nice one, man.
No idea who they are.
Proud of you.
Yeah, it took me an extra second there to read it out before I committed. Anyway, this is a elementary round from BESTIA, looking to try and take the fight to their opponents. They got full control of middle. They got all the kills in the process. That's snappy from Z&B. Welcomes Lexi to the higher level of competition with a sharp headshot. But that's just the first kill in the round.
Timo will be able to get the quick trade, though, and this round is looking more comfortable than that round against the Eco for BESTIA. Very easy hold in middle as they try and force their way out. Dash Skins not able to do anything. Going through those smokes in bottom mid is never really the thing you want to do, and they got punished for even trying it. And Divine 1v4 with the bomb on his back, sure, but 50 seconds, and realistically, you probably want to try and keep what you have, even though you've got a long time to save.
I guess a long time for the IGL to also kind of talk about what they want to change going forward, because this is not an ideal start to the map. I mean, you got to think about how Dash Skins were probably licking their lips coming into this one, knowing that they were playing against BESTIA with the stand, and especially missing one of their key players in Luchov. Like, he's literally the tip of the spear. That's what he is. He is the tip of the spear for BESTIA. He's the guy who wants to be going in. He's got that explosivity about him. He is the opener, and tomaszin is the closer. And now they're missing that all-important piece of the puzzle. So I wonder how costly that'll actually be for BESTIA.
That's a good point. It's a good point. We know how critical Luchov has been. I mentioned him in the pre-game about how he's part of the core, that core 3 that's been on the team for 2.5 years now.
Identity of BESTIA.
Exactly, those 3 in particular.
By the way, Divine died after timer there, so he's got 700 coming into this next round.
Yeah, I think
they did that on purpose. I really like that from BESTIA, because they knew that they'd corralled him all the way deep into T-spawn, let the clock wind down, and then committed afterwards. You don't see that enough these days.
Yeah, and I think
back in my day. So,
no, it's true though. It is true. Like there's little things you can nitpick on that some teams just don't really go for, and that was just well thought out from BESTIA. They, as I said, always a risk saving for that long, right? And it ended up biting Divine in the rear end, unfortunately. And it wasn't a nice kind of bite in the rear end either.
Not sure that there is one, but I'll take your word for it.
BESTIA 4-0. Clean sheet remaining intact at the moment, and Noxy jiggling in red room. Little boost up for Leo Monster. That could be an opportunity to see above the greenery. Usually you'd put an AWPer in that position, but I think he sees something, then goes for a pre-fire on the drop-off. Unfortunately, been given a dink for his troubles, and in comes tomaszin to help out. They collapse together, and no one survives. Other than Allison taking Timo. Elsewhere, it's a really good sort of double hit for BESTIA with tomaszin and Noxy.
Yeah, I love that. I thought that Noxy might kind of be hanging around, and it might have been ill-fated for him, but he was actually able to then draw the attention to the left side of the doors, and then tomaszin comes up from the other side. He'll rotate back into B to finish off the job. He's 10-0. tomaszin having a field day of it.
He is indeed.
I'll say the same here for Dash Skins. I mean, is this their debut game under a new organization or something, Trav?
I don't actually know. Like as we said, just to clear up for things for people in chat who might be confused. I've seen a couple of messages in there already. Dash Skins is LP. LP on HLTV. Dash Skins on our bracket HUD that we saw earlier, and as you can see on the HUD on the right. I think I did see they were picked up relatively recently, but I am surprised they haven't been named as such on HLTV yet. We'll see if that gets sorted in the future. I don't know. Lexi, the stand-in. That's a brilliant hold against the Tech 9 rush. Okay. Maybe this is why they're using him today. I know they'd prefer to use Luchov, but out of everyone in the academy, maybe they've chosen some of the spicier options, and Lexi is looking so.
I like what I see, Mr. Lexi. I noticed against the Eco, but that last shot was a sharp one. And Divine was just a matter of time here before he goes down. BESTIA romp to a 6-0 lead. They've got 3 AKs in the mix here as well, so their firepower is through the roof. And Divine will still go without a kill here on Ancient. I've just gone through a couple of their players' Twitter accounts to see if they'd like retweeted anything or kind of spoken about it. There's nothing on socials.
Yes, that's what we were kind of talking about earlier,
one.
right? Like, sometimes it's really hard to know with these slightly lower tier teams what exactly is going on with a team at any given moment. But yeah, I mean, just to talk about Lexi quickly, as we see the replay of that really nice spray down on the B-bomb site. If there was ever a game where a younger player from the academy would probably like to play with the main team, it probably is a game like this. Like, it's not a huge amount of pressure. BESTIA are already through to the regional finals. Sure, winning this entire cup would be a really nice bonus for them, and there are always VRS points on the line, whichever HLTV game you do play. But still, I think it's not a bad position for him to be in. Noxie kind of in the middle of nowhere there on an off angle on the A-bomb site. Only goes 1-for-1. An acceptable 1-for-1, though. And it will still set up BESTIA for the possibility of a retake. tomaszin waiting behind the smoke in toward Jag. Might try and walk this smoke now because they're a little bit concerned in the 3v4 that this round could be getting out of hand. But still stuck behind it. And now he's got Lexi with him. Lexi will get the one. Tap for Timo. He only had a few bullets left, by the way, but still connecting headshots. And they know Divine is stuck behind Big Box. Flash will actually blind up Timo entirely, but Lexi's the one to help out. And Allison was going on a full rotation all the way around toward Donut. He's going to have to deliver. He finds one. That now puts Timo on notice. Timo knows where he is. Kit available. Allison doing a great job at faking him out, though. And that hold is not coming through. It's tap upon tap. And Allison will not be biting. Timo continues to tap it, and Allison will hit the tap in the end. Finally, their first round on the board.
Yeah, well played there. Well constructed. Good composure from Dashkins as they get into the A-bomb side. I mean, there's quite a lot of pressure on them. Allison with the clutch to close things out. Surprised Timo doesn't just go for the reload there, but eventually they were able to get the kill on the AWP behind the box anyway, so I guess it didn't matter all that much. And Dashkins are on the board. Going to have to be quite a bit more where that came from. And probably immediately afterwards. They can't afford to just have that be a little flash in the pan. So I found Dashkins on Twitter. I'm going back.
Is that like their website, though, or not like... rather than the organization that picks up a team? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a normal skins company's Twitter account, basically. It's not like an esports org or anything like that. And I don't see any tweets about having picked up LP, you know? So it's a peculiar one. I'm going to continue to dig, man. You got the investigative journalist on this here. I ain't no Richard Lewis, but I can still try and...
Yeah, give it a go. tomaszin playing from Donut gets his one, even though he's kind of half blind. Noxie was also able to get his one, and goodness me, tomaszin is just charging all around the bomb site. It's all taking so much damage to these mollies, but somehow my guy is standing. I have no idea how, and he's found Leo Monster too. How has tomaszin survived that round? And he's now 13-1. Goodness me.
These are questions I don't have answers to. But I do have some more information on the Dashkins debacle. Now, on the 3rd of October 2025, these 5 players, ZMB, Leo Monster, Allison, Hap, and Divine, transferred from Dashkins to LP.
Okay.
So maybe they're playing under their former org's name because that's what they were locked in on originally? I'm not sure. That's all I can come up with.
Yeah, it's so difficult to find the actual answer to that without hearing it from the horse's
Like a dog with a bone, though, man.
But yeah, like, at the end of the day, all people in chat, all the viewers need to know right now is that LP is Dashkins. It's still the same team. It's the same players. There's not been a huge amount of changes at all. Yeah, like, you're not... For example, you're not betting on the wrong team. You're sort of betting on the right team. If you're a bit confused right now, so...
Well, with the scoreline, you might be betting on the wrong team. I'm not by the way. Jokes aside, it's a good opening kill found onto Timo, and Lexi not going to be able to get out of dodge, I'm afraid. Quite a bit of damage done to both Allison and Leo Monster, or Cassin's in so much trouble. He's got no idea how far forward ZMB was into cave there. Just kind of gambling and hoping that maybe it wouldn't be the case. ZMB, maybe just keep the rifle for now, mate. Good round. Very good round from Dashkins. Much needed.
Yeah, for sure. And They haven't really had a handle-hold on the game at all so far in this one, and they've been able to drag this one over the line with all 5 players alive, I think. I think if they get Allison and Leo Monster far enough away, they should be able to keep their weapons. And talking about keeping things, Thomason's going to try and keep his KD as well. But I said to you there's one man I want to see perform well, and even though it's the whole team at the moment for Bestia, Tomasin, once again, of course, is the standout.
Enough money to afford a reinvestment here for the CT side, and maybe they got to dial it back a little bit. They really have been looking to try and flood middle and fight down ramp over towards the B bomb site, and all of these rounds so far have Bestia, but I think that just dialing it back a little bit here would go a long way for them, because Dashkins have done the minimum here to kind of force Bestia to respect them, at least as far as I'm concerned. I think maybe Bestia could try and play out the long game a bit more now in these rounds.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Oh, Thomasin. There's a player in the smoke right next to Noxy, and Leo Monster gets a shock from that one. As you can see from Thomasin's POV, Hap behind the smoke, Timo keeping him at bay. Yeah, we always say it can't be a flash in the pan for Dash Skins in this situation. They had to get more than one round in a row, and that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Timo's holding on well. Lexi will find Divine. And Lexi's been very solid as a stand-in academy player so far in that defense over toward B. Haven't been disappointed with anything I've seen from him so far. Feels confident enough to go for that tap. He's been very crispy with it as well. AK or M4, hitting those headshots for fun. And right now, Bestia are having a lot of fun. It's 8-2.
Yeah, good to see that they're winning these rounds immediately after Dashkins have won a round as well. It just means that Dashkins aren't able to build up any momentum, aren't able to build up any money. I mean, at least they got another full buy here. But Bestia already have 8-4 at a minimum going into their T side. I think the T side will be a bit more challenging for Lexi, because you don't just get given a single role that you're going to do throughout the entire half, and then you just know you kind of tunnel vision in on that role. T side, basically every round's going to look different one way or another, so it'll be a bit more difficult for him to keep up with that, I think.
Oh, we're going for a faster play toward B. Lexi will hold on for one again, but this time it's Timo's turn to step up, and Cassin's here. He's ready. Bestia just have a player over. Too many players over, but Divine, he's going to make this one interesting. Double spray down, 3 kills in the round, and Thomasin, the raid boss, the final boss of Bestia, is in this 1v1 against him, but Divine does have a path to slip the net through CT and going to plant over toward A. I think he'll realise that Thomasin will have probably rotated in by now, and he's going to run off to plant, and Thomasin's not biting, so he's got a very, very long rotation here.
Well, his brain is so much bigger than mine. I'm like, you got 2 kills in that B bomb site, and you're not just running bomb out, planting the bomb immediately. And he's given himself a way better chance now by going back into A main. This is going to be tough for Thomasin. He's still holding Donut. He's waiting to see if Divine's going to peek him here. And Donut, you're not getting that, Thomasin. Going to have to get a move on. Got a smoke in the kit. This is a huge gamble from Thomasin. One that has not paid off. He is still shift walking into Donut. And it's just the problem with that is you've just gone all in. You've gone completely all in. You've hoped and prayed that you've read it correctly.
He's won the round.
No way. No, he hasn't. No chance. Not going to happen. Bomb's going to blow up in his face. Oh, even something which looked so wrong has turned out to be so right. Oh. I mean, you are right, Matt. I mean, at the end of the day, you're absolutely spot on, right? Like, he had no right to win that clutch in the end. Only just got back to the bomb in time as well. Smoke wasn't even on the bomb, by the way, originally. It did lure the peek out from Divine, though. I guess everything that Thomasin does in map 1 here is turned to gold. Yeah, that's true. He's got that Midas touch. You're absolutely right. 14-1 right now, having a field day. As Bestia are in pursuit of double digits. There haven't been many executes in towards the bomb site in the first half. 1 or 2. Nocta going to get challenged here. Good timing on the utility usage. Smoke maybe goes a bit deep. Oh yeah, eat that. Nocta able to round the corner. Got some support here from Mr. Thomasin as well. And it's actually not bad there from Hap. Although he goes down, he's gotten a kill and a half before he does.
And Cassin might want to try and play around this smoke. Oh, it's awkward for the players near big box. Timo could deliver. It's only 1, though. And now Tomaszin's going to have to do it all over again in this 2v3. Another kill on Leo Monster. Oh, he almost found ZMB2. It's Lexi's turn to clutch in the final round of the half. They're standing from BESTIA Academy. And yeah, I'm convinced that Allison's coming through Temple, but I think he might be up to get a surprise, and there is that surprise. Okay, it keeps Dashskins in the conversation, but BESTIA are in full control with a bit of a masterclass from tomaszin so far. We'll see if they can close out Ancient in a few minutes' time. BESTIA, even without one of their core members, looking in fine fettle at the moment. 9-3 the lead, and that stand-in member from the academy in Lexi is 12-6, having a great performance. tomaszin 16-2, domination against Dashskins at the moment, and now on their T side, they look to close.
Oh man, and they might even do it here in the pistol round. Casson clean with that P250, gets 2 taps. That third player will be kept at bay, and Casson will even collect that kill too. Brilliant work from him. In the meantime, while tomaszin, Mr. Inevitable, he died twice in that entire half. 2 times? 1+1? My goodness, that is insane that he died twice in 12 rounds. Not going to die here at the start of the second half either. Casson inflicts a lot of death onto Dashskins, and they're now just 3 rounds away from losing their map pick.
Yeah, goodness me. Quad kill from Casson. Look at the replay here. Clean, clean, and clean.
You know, Trav, I honestly like to think that I was I was ahead of the curve a little bit. I was one of the first casters to recognize that AWPers and P250s just have this ridiculously iconic duo going for them.
Yeah.
And I saw Mode Savage doing it earlier, Cass in there as well. There's definitely a correlation, man. There's 100. I'm convinced.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And it's so funny you should say that, as ever, on a pretty similar wavelength. I was going to say, Matt, what is it with P250s on pistol rounds and AWPers? They always tend to go for it, don't they? The extra accuracy they seem to get. Sure, it doesn't matter if you get clicked in the head first by a USP, but the range he has made it look easy. ZMB tries to make something crazy happen there, but walks into tomaszin, and we're going to keep adding to that tally. Got a 9 KD now. Keep your eye on that as we end the game. We could actually be watching one of tomaszin's career best performances here when it comes to rating. Who knows what rating 3.0 gives us these days.
That's true, but he's gotten a lot of kills, not just in anti-eco rounds, right? Like, he's been just fragging basically every round, it feels like, contributing.
I'll keep an eye on that, though.
I will keep an eye on that. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I hope he gets up to 10. I'd love to see some double digits in his kill-death ratio.
Just have a look now. His best ever rating in his entire career came last year against W7M. Let me see what tournament it was in. It was in EPL World Series Americas Season 9 online. And he dropped to 2.75, going 23 and 7. And funnily enough, his two best career ratings, going 23 and 7 in both, which is kind of unusual. 2.75, 2.69, both going 23 and 7. And in both of them ended up losing the BO3.
No. Oh,
yes.
That's criminal.
One of them was against Red Cannons in a BO5 Grand Final on LAN, ended up losing, and the other one was, as I said, W7M in online, losing 2-1. So that's pretty wild. Fun fact.
That is insane. Have a look at the round here. BESTIA pathing through the smoke grenade. It's bold, but it's beautiful. So the plan there was take the attention in towards the A bomb side, fake as though you're going for that fast A rush, and then come through into middle later in the round. It didn't really work according to the plan in the way they hadn't manipulated the defense the way they thought they had. It was still too pleasant to get past tomaszin. Oh, you're much better than that, mate. You're much better than that, tomaszin. You don't need to be pushing smokes and gambling in that fashion.
I know. We're going to be giga critical of him, even though he's 21 and 3.
I wanted the 10 KDR.
I know.
Okay, how about the round? How about the round, Casson? Get your gun out, son, okay? Well, now it's a mind game, and they're both reading the same thing. Yeah, exactly.
And actually, Hap thought for a second that maybe he wasn't fully committing with the time on the clock, right? So I had 40 seconds. He thinks it's a double fake, and he's been sold up the river, up the creek without a paddle.
There we go. Well, let's see if he can swim, Trav. If he's up the creek without a paddle, he might have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Mate, he's up the creek without a kit. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, you're right. And there's some sharks swirling around him as well. Yes, guys, I said sharks. There's Zambezi sharks, okay? They can swim in brackish water as well.
Wow. Knowledge. Ball knowledge. Shark knowledge. Cassin about to win this 1v1, and without even having to do anything.
1v1 of his life. Not even a single bullet fired. That's crazy.
Yeah, no kit for Hap.
3.
Yeah, it's pure comfort, isn't it?
I mean, who's going to be the player here for Dashkins to break the mold against BESTIA?
No one at the moment. Look at that. I mean, that's why you're asking the question. 8, 7, 7, 6, 8 kills. It's crazy. Just complete domination. And we thought actually going into map 1 that there's a glimmer of hope for them.
Especially with them playing against a stand-in. I mean, we were kind of giving them a bit of a glimmer of hope, thinking it was the full-strength BESTIA roster. All right, well, Nocte going to be taking quite a bit of damage to the fire, but he will be able to get out onto the other side with most of his health intact. Come on, Dashkins, try and keep things going for a little bit longer. Don't want to fall apart haplessly without a single round on the CT side of your map pick.
Yeah, the buy is awkward, though, to try and keep that up, right? 2 MP9s, FAMAS, no AWP. Just an M4 apiece. Both different types. They are trying to put pressure on BESTIA, but they're just going a little bit too quickly, right? I mean, it's still a minute 15 on the clock. I know they want to put pressure on, but they've got them locked away. Just try and keep holding lane. You didn't need to go that deep. Oh, and now Noxie's heard Allison run away. Makes it all the more annoying for him. He's going to lurk in from behind. Smoke coming in to distract. Instant headshot. Freest of 3 kills. Lexi may have gone down to Leo Monster, and he's doing a good job here to wrestle back this round into a 3v3. But it is positioning. There is a bomb plant on B. Deep control for Noxie, and Tomaszin's going on this massive lurk all the way around. Being watched, but doesn't matter. Hitting every single shot is Tomaszin, even when they know what's coming. Hassan will finally go down to Hap, but there's Noxig, very clean headshot. And Leo Monster is not winning this 1v2 on 11 HP, I'm afraid. That is map done. 22-3 and a 13-3 for Bestia. It can't get much cleaner than that.
Exactly, Trav. That's as dominant as it gets, man. What a display coming through from Bestia. That is a very impressive result on a map where they've had to play with the stand-in, their opponent's map as well, but they made that look so easy. And Lexi was very impressive, I must say, over towards the B-bomb site. There were enough experience to the repertoire, and what an opportunity for him to get to play with the main Bestia team here. Get to hear how they work within the server in an official game where there's pressure on the line, how they respond to certain situations, and he'll take a huge amount away from the single series alone.
Yeah, for sure. And I think as we get into D2, just want to see something from Dash Skins, right? Something which gives me the hope that they can make this a competitive game, which we thought it genuinely could be beforehand, before we knew that Bestia was going to have to play with a stand-in, right? So let's see. Lexi's still in. He's still involved. Let's see how he slots into Dust2 here as we get underway. Leo Monster playing from back plat on B. Lots of util for Bestia. I mean, look at that. Like, 4 players with util.
I love
only
it.
2 sets of Kevlar.
This makes me happy. You don't need Kevlar when you're on the T side. Okay, at least not on 3 or 4 or 5 players, because when you're playing against USPs, you're almost always dying to the headshots at this level of the game. Look at how much util they have for the exec. And there's just one player that they have to get past. It's Leo Monster in the back of the bomb site, just going to keep his crosshair on the angle, tapping away, not going to connect. Now the Molly's rain on in forces him out into the open. And eventually he will die, and that's a death without any kills before he does go down.
Good nade, actually. The one bit of utility that Dash Skins have had, of course. They've still got a smoke and a flash. They actually did catch Cassin and Timo. They're going to go for a double peek, a triple peek, make that as we walk out through the door, and goodness me, it's a double retake coming in through tunnels, but they couldn't get there in time to prevent any issues from going down, and in the end, as you can see, Tomaszin is again just cleaning them up, taking the opportunity to
Look
do
at
so.
Hap.
Yeah, lining up util.
On his own mission right now. Yeah, bro had accepted his fate a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that from Bestia. I love how much util they have in the pistol. Works out perfect for the execute. I love the way they play the post plant as well with that triple swing through doors and window, putting a lot of pressure on Dash Skins there, making it super tough for them to even think about the retake. Think about how chaotic the comms would have been while they were trying to deal with those players pushing forward while they're trying to come through tunnels at the same time. There was a lot going on. Bestia keep their composure and they open up first again. Also, I've checked out some socials. There's nothing on the Bestia account or Luchov's Twitter account about why he's not playing today. So that's a bit unfortunate that we don't have any insights.
Yeah, well, we'll have to maybe keep an eye on that later to find any information. There's a chance we're going to be covering them a lot more, of course, as we go into the regional final. They are qualified for it. As a reminder, this is Cup number 4 in ESL Challenger League. Bestia made it through Cup number 1, actually, the very first Cup, beating 9Z in the grand final. They played Cup 2, came third. It was won by MIBR. They didn't play Cup 3. That was won by Gaming Gladiators about a month or so ago, beating Red Cannons in the final. That Gaming... hard one sometimes. Gaming Gladiators team. It's got the likes of Jota, Barton, Nekiz. Phelps has now just joined as well. Yep, that's a new addition for them.
It's the XXW7M team, because they were called XW7M before they got signed by Gaming Gladiators. So it's the XXW7M team. Got to make sure we get that one out there.
Yeah, and I think as well, looking at how they've been playing, definitely progress. And to be in the regional final for ECL with a genuine chance at making ESL Pro League is definitely something to give them a lot of hope for next season.
I mean, if you're Bestia, you really want to win Cup 4 because then you go straight into the grand final. You go straight to the best of 5 grand final in the regional
I didn't know that,
finals. Yeah, so that's the benefit of winning 2 cups. If you win 3 cups, you get a map advantage in that grand final. If you win all 4 cups, you go straight to Pro League.
That's crazy. That actually is crazy. I knew about how the regional final worked. I didn't know those extra factors about it.
Yeah,
they like on the rules website, right? You probably had a look at some point.
I can't
really cool.
remember where I got the info. It was a couple months ago, but good.
Hope it's not wrong then.
Oh no. Well, I've been spouting it all over, so let's hope I'm not spreading propaganda.
I know. I jest with you. I'm sure you would. Right.
Oh, good tag there on Lexi. Going to be walking with the follow-up tag onto Tomaszin as well. Force by looks like it has legs to it.
It does indeed. 5-7 looking to try and hit some headshots as well, but the Mac-10 is jiggling a headshot angle. That makes it difficult to connect, but in the end, Hap will. The scout does find a frag on Tomaszin straight up anyway, and now Timo actually low on ammunition from that spam. Very awkward, but very low players in that elevator position. Go for the boost now, but Noxie, of course, he's low himself. He took a tag to that scout too, and that 5-7 will finish him off, but Cassin's coming in and helping out. And now, with the repositioning from Timo as he launches his way in, the double peek from Cassin, they actually find a way to recover it pretty smartly.
Yeah, fantastic job there from Cassin and Timo getting all 5 kills between the two of them, because that was a 5v3 for a brief moment, I think, when they get that kill through the smoke out of the scouts, and then the player on the bomb side is able to take down Lexi, so it was looking like they might have had a bit of a chance. Here's the moment, 5v3 bang there, but Bestia keep their composure, and they're able to figure it out on the fly. Now an anti-eco. I like Lexi's name. I think it like rolls off the tongue quite nicely as an in-game name.
Yeah, true. I do agree. Would you, if you ever had a daughter, would you name them Lexi?
It's normally short for like Alexis, is it? Or
Alexia, maybe? Oh, it's more like a unisex name, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's... I'm trying to think about like... Because Lexi is definitely a nickname more often than not. But... I do like it. I just don't think I'd name my daughter Lexi.
Yeah, fair enough. I've told you this before, I think, but my parents told me that if I... That smoke failed, by the way. My parents told me that if I was a girl, I would have been called Saskia, I think.
Okay.
And it's not a bad name, but all I'll say is that I'm glad I was a boy, because I think Travis is quite cool.
I like Travis too. Saskia's fun, though.
I agree.
I was supposed to be a Luke in the month leading up to my birth. There was going to be Luke, and then when I was born, apparently, my dad took one look at me and said, nah, that's a Matthew. And they named me Matthew.
What I do like is something that I haven't really said as much on broadcast as I think I probably should over the years, right?
Okay.
Why haven't we started a podcast called Dust2 Round or some kind of pub? Dust2 Round. Like our last names literally rhyme.
Why not both? Why not a pub and a podcast? It's the podcast in the pub.
Oh, now you're talking. You're talking.
It's in the pipeline, Trav. It's got to happen one day. It's inevitable.
I know.
Really.
I know. The fact that it's not like we're just like normal colleagues in the scene either. Like we're actually a duo. So it's like, how has that happened? That's kind of funny. Anyway, I digress.
Love it.
I digress. I was talking over the anti-eco. Apologies, guys. Very
God knew we would be too dangerous as brothers, so he put us on opposite sides of the planet and just led us to each other as co-casters.
True. Yes. South Africa and London. Johannesburg and London, right? So
almost like literal polar opposites, right?
Literally. Noxie is kind of half blind as he tries to force himself out toward long. He's stuck on blue box now, but he's been allowed to hop away. Wow.
Damn.
Or Dashkins would have thought they've got him locked in there, but they don't.
Yeah, exactly. They still might think that he's in there. They're not certain that he's gotten out of dodge as we shift the focus very quickly in towards middle. Divine going to get overrun. Is there a smoke for CT? There is now. I like that Bestia aren't overcommitting, though. This is really good signs because now look at Nocte. He's been able to thread the needle. Yeah, exactly. This is really good game sense right now.
Thing is, can they get over toward A? No, he's got it open. That's the question.
Wait,
well, that shot from tomaszin. Never mind.
Oh,
I was going to
wow.
say, like, there was definitely an issue there with how they could path their way in and get the bomb to help out Noxing, actually get it planted on A. But in the end, everything just falls into their lap.
I just can't believe that Hap comes up empty. Hapted. Trying to work Hap into hand there. Somehow it doesn't work, but I don't know how he comes up empty-handed with that flank through long. I'm not sure if they knew he was there or what, but that was certainly a big kill coming through.
I mean, that can happen so often though, right, as well, Matt? I mean, the way Noxy pared up towards short, I think he went through a smoke, but it's because he can hear the rotator directly below him.
Absolutely. I will say, like, I'm very happy to see that Nox has, like, foregone the AWP in his career. He's gone, like, down the fallen path, right? Happy to give up that AWP to give it to a player who's more capable with the gun. I wish Woody would do the same thing. Like, I am praying that one day Woody sees the light.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, like, it's a very mean thing to talk about, right? But at the end of the day, we have to say, talk about the scene like how we see it. There was a tweet by, I think it was Read TLDR or whatever it is, that CS newsletter.
Oh, where they were saying who the worst pro is at the moment of all time.
Yes, it was like Lumi was in the conversation, and it's like,
that was a bit rough.
It's mean, but like I see where you're coming from. And
the thing is, you are calling them pro players at the end of the day, so sure it's mean, but you're also like, you know, come on, we're talking about the best in the business when we have this conversation, so
yeah,
to even be in the conversation in the first place is also a compliment in a weird way.
I think they did mention Woody at some point during
they did.
too, so.
Yeah, I heard that, and I completely agreed with it, mate. I was like, there we go, bang, nailed it.
Some players which, I mean, I think the best example now, Matt, it goes without absolute no question for me, is Fallen. Incredible secondary AWPer, definitely. Like when he picks it up sometimes alongside Molodoi and he has a pop-off round, let's say on B on Mirage or whatever, when he repositions with that AWP and lets Molodoi deal with mid and A, it feels like 2016 again, and I absolutely love it. But he was selfless enough to realize that, okay, I'm getting to the end of my career now. I've got someone incredibly special on my team. Let's pick this guy up after we saw him in Prax, right? Playing against Amcal.
Yeah, how he was dominating them, right?
Let's grab him and be like, okay, it's time to move on. We're getting a primary AWPer that's not me. I'll rifle and take a backseat.
It's been the best decision he's made in his career since like 2019 or something, honestly, because it's completely revitalized his whole career. He's winning S-tier trophies again, making super deep runs in competitions consistently. He's getting the recognition he deserves because there's no longer that criticism about his individual ability with the AWP. It's incredible that he made that choice and absolutely proven to be the right one.
Oh yeah, I think he's adding to his stock as an individual in CS history now, right? Like
You have to evolve as these players as you go on through the years.
Yeah.
You can't always just want to be that star forever and always.
Yeah, and I feel at the same time in that conversation as well is like they're doing so well right now. They're genuinely in a conversation to be a major contender, and yeah, I think go on.
Sorry, I was going to say, if I asked you Fury or Spirit, it's almost like 50-50 about which team you would expect to win the major.
I would genuinely take
only
Fury
one
now.
of those two options. I know, and how crazy is that to say?
I know.
If I'd asked you that 6 months ago, you would have laughed at me.
It is insane. And it's so cool to see another one of these young players, right? Molodoi just farming after we've seen him come through Amcal. Another one of those players which we were talking about earlier that we're just proud of.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Saw them way ahead of the curve. Big hit into the B bomb site. Leo Monster in the corner. Doesn't get one. Can't afford to come up empty-handed from that position. And Allison does too. It's so easy for Bestia just streamlining straight into that B bomb site. That's going to be 6-0 as they're racing to the finish line here against Dashskins.
Yeah, really just not much to talk about. I mean, kind of why we've been podcasting a little bit. Dashskins
We started the podcast, Trav. I love it. Let's go.
We started it already. But like, yeah, it's just, I'd love to be able to analyze what went wrong for Dashskins there. It's very simple. They missed their shots and didn't hold on to B. There's not really much else to say. Good utility from Bestia. Good play together. But yeah.
Well, they're running out of time now, our Dashkins, and the problem is we haven't seen any moments throughout the series that we can kind of try and latch on and say, okay, if we just get a bit more of those moments, then maybe there's something going for them. They're genuinely yet to pitch up here in this match.
Indeed. I see you guys in chat, by the way. I'll bring up one of the things you guys mentioned, which is kind of funny, later. Corey, I see you. It is a bit of an easy game, isn't it? Unfortunately. I wish I could analyze it a bit deeper. I wish I could play-by-play it a bit more excitedly, but Dash skins are not giving us much at the moment. Bestia dominating even without playing with their full team. Lexi
that makes it
instead
so
of
much
Luchov.
worse. It's not like they've got a bum of a stand-in here, I guess, to be fair.
I know,
still,
yeah.
If there ever was going to be a chance for Dashkins, it would have been with Bestia having to play with the stand-in. That has not proven to be the case. Again, we're looking for an individual to be the shining light here for Dashkins.
I want to tell you something. Someone in chat after our conversation earlier said, I should give him a shout out. Crispy, hello. My father is dumb and wanted to name me Puck. P-U-C-K.
He was his dad was definitely a Dota player or a hockey player. One of the two. Either a Dota player or a hockey player.
Probably hockey if we're talking about 20 years ago or 15 years ago or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh god, 15 years ago was 2010. It's not even that crazy. Oh, for God's sake.
I might have been a Dota player, man.
How is 2010 15 years ago? Oh.
That actually is insane, because I think of 2010, I think of the Football World Cup that happened here in South Africa.
Yeah.
15 years. South Africa qualified for the Soccer World Cup, by the way. Did you hear? I call it soccer and football within 2 sentences.
I know.
To please everybody and annoy everybody.
It's a real chance for Shabalala.
There we go. Bang! First goal of the World Cup. Love it.
Okay.
All right.
We'll lock in now because ZMB has a chance. A chance to win the first round of the game. Gets himself one double headshot in the back. I think it could be more where that came from because there are very low HP players here and ZMB is doing a brilliant job. This could be the round Dashkins want, but Allison gets caught. Oh, it's really annoying for him. Thomason's also in an unexpected position and just clotheslines ZMB. That's crazy. And suddenly Leo Monster is 1v2. He's got a lot more to do against Lexi, the stand-in from the academy. Can he deliver in a 1v1? He had a chance on Ancient, and now he's burning in the open here, but still hits the headshot even while in that Molotov. Oh my word, everything's going right for Bestia.
Was he actually burning while he gets... I think he was, like, while he was...
Halfway, at least.
While he was shooting.
Yeah.
I think he was still standing in the flames when he takes that jewel, though. That's incredible from Lexi to hold on. And the way that he was even able to support Tomaszin with the utility in towards short there as well just shows how quickly they were able to communicate that. Great round from Lexi and Tomaszin. Tomaszin was on 1 health. He's died 5 times this series. He had, what, 16 rounds on Ancient, plus 7 here. That's 23 rounds. He's died 5 times, guys.
Oh, my word. Even on 1 HP, he finds a way to do more, make more impact happen. If we had our player to watch thing, like we've had multiple times in the past for ESL Challenger League, he would have been our player to watch without a shadow of a doubt, and he's really making him watchable today. Incredible performance at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, that is a heavy grenade. That's a lot of damage done onto both Noxy and Lexi. All right, well, Dashkins have been able to at least go 50 seconds now without losing a player, so that's an improvement. No early kills for Bestia. Bit more of a challenge on their hands here this round, where they're going to have to try and figure out a way to get into the round.
Right. Come on, then. You had an opportunity there with a great chance for ZMB to get some flank work, some kills, and to get some damage done. But once again, Allison's gone down. Bestia just operate at a higher level. It's very, very clear. And they always have compared to this roster, obviously. Liam Monster gets 1, but a good trade from Cassin. And with only Hap remaining, once again, Tomaszin gets 2 kills. Another multi-kill round for him. Sure, it's a rare death to add to the tally, but he won't care one jot.
I think what's so crazy about this for Dashkins, though, is just how not a single player's shown up yet. Normally, even when you get stomped, you have one guy who's like popping off and he's trying his hardest and he's getting some like multi-kills, he's getting the rounds close. There's just been nothing. They're all on 3 kills. 15 frags across the lot of them. We're about to finish the 8th round. It's not even 2 kills a round on average. On the previous map, obviously ended 13-3. Top fragger had 8 kills.
Yow. Look at this, Matt. 3-3-3-3-3.
Yeah. Not the pattern they would have been hoping for, unfortunately.
No. It's a 3 of a kind, but without any mult, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, they're melting away at this point. 8-0 already locked in. It's just like, there's nothing to hold on to, like I was saying earlier, to try and have some sort of faith or hope in Dashkins from here. I mean, Tomaszin is looking so good. He's not just being fed these kills, guys. Like, even in that previous round, like with the guy that he duels in CT, that's a 50-50 fight. Tomaszin makes it look easy. He's really at the peak of his powers right now. Honestly, like, I could see him going to a 9Z, an Imperial, like a gaming one day or something like that. I fully see that happening in the next, like, 2 years, you know?
Look at Pain. I mean, Pain are in a decent spot. I think they are evolving pretty well. They've recently changed Snow's roles, I believe, right? To make him a bit more aggressive rather than a bit more of a, without, you know, there's a better way of saying this, but a bitch role player.
Bystander.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Pain have been known for, you know, taking in these South American players sometimes, like Chile from Chile, Uruguay, same for 9Z. Their identity is players from the lesser regions in South America is 9Z. But BESTIA right now isn't a bad home. I mean, as I said earlier, they won that Argentina Game Show Cup in Buenos Aires about a month or so ago. That propelled them to the VRS with a 20k bonus for winning that LAN. So definitely will give them some decent invites, BESTIA, going into next year. And for now, I think Tomaszin should stay put, but as you said earlier, Matt, I think a very important thing to mention, still only 21, when it feels like he could be like 24, if not more, so long way in his career to go.
I got a hot take for you. I'm just going to let it simmer for a second before I throw it out there. Just running through some names here, as we do see it's going to be an easy 9th round on the board for BESTIA. Am I ready for this one yet? Okay. Yeah. I'm ready. Trav, are you ready?
I'm not sure I am, but go ahead.
Lock in. Okay, this is a good one. Tomaszin is the best Argentinian rifler of all time.
Oh, I mean, ZMB's actually trying for this damage, by the way. Fair play to him. He's got 4 kills. I'll have to come back to that point. Look how far Tomaszin is away. He's not going to win the round, but 4 kills from ZMB while trying to save everything.
Yeah,
someone to take over the game. Something exciting for Dashkins. And the thing that's so sad about it, Matt, is that it comes in a round that was always going to be lost.
And it's even like, okay, no, that's the coach dying at the start of the round. Thought he got killed there. But and it's also like inconsequential damage because of how much money BESTIA has. So it's all good and well. Lights up the kill feed, get us something to give us to get excited about, but ultimately inconsequential. So just going back to the convo, the previous name most people would have gone for would have been Mayan, I think.
Yes, but he's fallen off a cliff. You're right.
I think it's Tomaszin now.
I agree. I'll take it.
Hog.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. Mayan, of course, had that stint on MIBR and it was actually okay for a while, but then after he got benched from there, after he played with some of those legendary players, kind of just moved away in his career. So anyway, I'm going to give this round the cast it deserves because I think we might get a round for Dashkins. It's a great trade from Cassin top middle. Once again, by the way, Tomaszin found a multi-kill in this one. 14-4 is now his KD, but Leo Monster and Hap will be playing together. Bomb in Suicide. Oh, can he duck away? He's got a chance to switch to the rifle. My word, imagine. Imagine if he hit that headshot straight away. Slightly surprised he did switch to the AK, to be honest with you, but either way, Dash Skins will be happy to finally get something to talk about.
Yeah, and they need the last 2 rounds left here in the first half as well. That just kind of goes without saying to make it 9-3 at a minimum, give themselves a bit of a chance. I thought tomaszin might come away with that other kill there through the smoke. If he did, then I think BESTIA probably win the round. It was a very difficult fight for him, though. He was low on health.
Yeah.
9-1. Here we go, Dashkins. Have you got it in you to make it at least a 9-3? It's what they got in the first map, right?
That is correct. Timo's out long, even though he's mollied out of the blue box. He's hit an instant headshot.
Okay.
There's some good work from ZMB. Again. He's the man, finally. Maybe Allison can be the man too.
Yeah, Allison had a good contribution in the previous round. I really liked how Dashkins just throw caution to the wind in the previous round. They just run up middle. It's like, okay, BESTIA, let's just jewel this one out here. And that may have kickstarted their campaign.
It's a long way back, and BESTIA will be feeling still uber comfortable, but this round isn't as comfortable. Noxie 2-7, tomaszin 14-4. Leo Monster is, oh, he's fallen asleep. Oh dear. It's like he was looking at his map there, his radar, rather than looking at what was actually on his screen. The jiggle was way too wide and just didn't use his eyes. Unfortunate. tomaszin 15-4. Re-smoked, but didn't connect with that smoke. But if he goes through it, he's surely a dead man, and there we go. Okay, doesn't cost them. They win the round with 3 alive.
Yeah, you see them winning these rounds and you think, if only this could have kind of come online a bit sooner. Would have gone a long way in aiding their cause, because even now it still feels like it's too little too late. See if they can get a third here.
Yep. Final round of a half. They're going to have everything they could possibly want, but so will BESTIA with all that money they've built up.
I think that's the first time in the series that they've won consecutive rounds.
Good point. Timo is stomping in long doors, and if he gets away, it's a miracle. Okay, I believe in miracles now. 8 HP.
You've converted Trav, Timo, to whatever religion you believe in.
Miracles. The miracle religion.
Okay, fair enough. I guess that's all of them.
I don't discriminate.
How do BESTIA go about this? Because they're going to take some initiative up short. tomaszin, the one to just kind of try and draw some attention in that direction, but there's still going to be 2 players trying to come through from long. Oh, Zeta be so ready for them. Crosshair perfectly placed. Hap will hold it down in towards long as well. Casson not going to be able to trade, and well, where the hell has this Dashkins been the entire, not only map, but series?
I know, right? Well, I've got to give credit to them, and ZMB in particular. He's been the one man to try and put his team on his back. Some good moments there for Dashkins, but it's still BESTIA in full control. 2 times 9-3. We'll see if this second 9-3 can give them the 2-0 after the break. We're back, but for how long will we be playing in this game? Bestia 9-3, another one to add to the tally today. And they're in full control. Some life, though, in Dash Skins in the final few rounds of that first half. And ZMB in particular doing a good job. Let's see if they can start off T-side well.
Well, they have to. They absolutely have to win the pistol round here to try and give themselves some sort of a way, some sort of a path to get back into this game. Win the last 3 rounds of that first half. Can they add to the tally here in the second as well? Oh, yeah, that was brave from Noxit to just hang around after he had been completely blinded up. He will round the corner so he can stay alive and try and help around our tomaszin. What is that control of the Julies? He was aiming at the floor like a spray pattern.
You never see that. I'll talk about that in a second. Allison will manage to find Cassin though, and tomasin's doing more work with those dualies at long range as well, and even though it was gooshed, it was the first bullet hit of the round, Noxie's going to stand his ground and find 2 headshots, and tomaszin, I mean, I mentioned on Ancient, mate, that everything he was touching was turning to gold. You very, very seldom see. You have to do it with the 5.7 as well. The 5.7 and the dualies and the 2 pistols, where if you spam them, you need to pull down like an automatic rifle. Look at that.
Let's call it spray control. Let's just call it what it is.
Spray control with a pistol.
Yeah, exactly. With semi-automatic pistols, he's figured out the spray pattern.
Insane. Hit that headshot. I'd be tapping away slowly to try and connect it.
Too. Yeah.
And take my time.
He knows the tech, man. He knows the tech.
It's not even the Tech 9.
Ah, good one.
Thank you.
All right, well, they've decided to force buy back despite the fact they didn't even get the bomb down. Psych. All right, well, let's see if they can make something happen here, I suppose. Noctis been dinked again at the start of the round, so he's walking wounded.
Yeah, he's not had the cleanest of games, has he? And only 2 kills in that first half. Doesn't matter when your team is playing so well, but he's had to deliver in the pistol. He might have to deliver here. He's being leapt upon right now, and he'll get a shock. ZMB will take him down. Great shot from Leo Monster. There we go. The deagles are popping off. We've got some pop-offs, Matt, from Dash Skins.
This is the crazy part, though, because you see these sorts of rounds. You see the rounds from them at the tail end of the first half, and you think, well, why has this been such a one-sided game so far if you have these sorts of moments? It's almost more frustrating to see them in glimpses and then just see them completely drop off again straight afterwards. But hey, what they have done is they've won the force buy back to make it 10-4 and keep themselves in the contest here on Dust2.
Yes, sir. And if they can get control of the economy and win the force by war, then it could be more like a 10-6 once it's all resolved.
Terrorists win.
Certainly going to be the force buy back for Bestia, like you say, which gives Dashkins an opportunity. Bestia just immediately use a timeout, probably to discuss what they want to try and do here with their force buy. That's what I'd imagine.
Yeah, makes sense, right? The egg timer at the top of your screen about to expire. So the buy is as expected, I would say. That one FAMAS they've got on Academy stand-in Lexi. Got a bit of a tech pause now, unfortunately. Hopefully not too long before we get back underway again. But 357s and a Deagle. Surprised actually not to see one scout on a map like Dust2.
Actually, may just not have had enough money.
That's a good point. If they want util, you go 5.7s and pistols, don't you? So
I mean, it cost 1,700. They only would have gotten 1,400 if when they lost that round. So I don't even know if they could have afforded to scout even without buying up the util.
Yeah, fair enough. That is probably why we have our tech pause. Hap has dropped from the server. You won't be happy about that.
Yeah. Hopefully we get him back in soon enough. Get underway once again. Surprised we don't see maybe more Deegs. Quite a few 5-7s have been purchased up here by Bestia coming into their 4-spy. I wonder if they're just going to run up middle here. In fact, I think they will.
They're happy to brawl these rounds, aren't they? I mean, they're in a pretty comfortable position. I do think they need to be careful because, as I've mentioned to you multiple times, very often when you have a big lead, like a 9-0, 9-1, like we've seen, you can get a bit lazy at the end of the half. 9-3, lose the pistol, can turn into a 9-6 game, and it's game on very quickly. Not exactly what's happened here, but with the 4-spy win from Dash Skins, it could have turned the momentum a tiny bit.
Well, to level out the playing field, I think that Dashkins should have to play with the stand-in now as well.
That's not how the world works, Matthew.
Fair. That's true.
Life isn't fair.
True and real.
And when you'll accept that, everyone in the world accepts that, you'll be a lot happier. Yeah, exactly.
Life becomes way easier.
During the tech pause, we can just give, like, you know, free therapy to chat while we're at it.
Just some good life advice.
Indeed.
Take it from the guy who's sitting in his bedroom at 2 a.m. talking about Counter-Strike, right?
We can have a little chat about what we spoke about earlier, by the way, as well. Like, we had a little response from Mustard Picks, great name, mentioning Lucan as probably one of the best Argentinian players ever. And as you said, Matt, in chat, I do think it's probably between those two. Lucan having a big break in his career did kind of take him out of our minds for a little bit. But what's cool about him returning to 9Z is that after watching that team quite a bit, you can kind of tell he's still very, very good. And he's now like the main guy in the team that is going to try and bring up these youngsters like Urbano and Levy, right? Because he's now the experienced head. He's the one who's been to a major.
Yeah, true. It's just that I don't think there's a huge amount of room for improvement with Lucan, but I guess the conversation was best rifler of all time, which means currently standing and not what we think they will be down the line. So it definitely could be a bit of a toss-up. Like, if I had to choose between Lucan and Tomaszin, if I was building my Argentinian dream team today, I'd have both, obviously, but if I had to choose between them, actually, it would be tough to call at that point, you know? So it could kind of go either way. I don't think it's super clear-cut right now.
I mean, I had some fun a long time ago, right, and spoke about my World Cup teams. If we actually had like a national tournament like we used to have that was, you know, decent back in the day, like an IESF or a WSG, which was won by a couple of great teams in days gone by. Like I think G2 won one of them, Windigo famously, the Bulgarian team won one of them. And yeah, I mean, for Argentina, you'd absolutely have Try, Luchov, Tomaszin, Lucan, and probably Noxy as your in-game leader. It's the only other option you really got, right? So, yeah, you have to have Try as your AWP without a shadow of a doubt. And if you don't have Luchov, Tomaszin, and Lucan, you're doing something wrong. So
yeah, and you could basically just like insert any name here and say go A, go B, and that should just be enough to find success with such a strong group of players.
For sure. And yeah, I do think it is a pretty decent selection you've got now if that tournament like that was ever to come into a reality. I think there obviously are some more players coming through. More and more South American regions are taking up CS, and look how popular it is in Brazil and how much more popular now it's getting in Mongolia thanks to the Mongols. CS is a worldwide cool entity, and it's for everyone.
Makes happy.
It does.
National rosters in particular.
It does. And yeah, in general, it's cool. I think what is cool here is we've got the right decision from Dash Skins. They are avoiding everyone on Bestia. One quick duel, one toward Timo in middle. Frag taken by Leo Monster. And then is round done. It's going to be 10-5. Bestia will save their 4-spy and try and make something happen with it in the following round. So if Dash Skins are able to take this following round with due care and attention, 10-6 is there for the taking.
Absolutely. You know, there's actually been a distinct change in the direction of this game in the past like 5-10 minutes, because it was 9-0 at one point for Bestia. They've only won one of the past 6 rounds since then. And you could see even in that round, like, I know it's just against a pistol, but Leo Monster with a really sharp shot to take down Timo. Looks like they've finally been able to get the engine going and get the engine turning over. Start to get the wheels rolling. And we get to see what Dashkins are all about. Because remember, this is in the lower bracket, Trav. So if you lose a series, you're eliminated. And this is the last opportunity with it being cup number 4. And I know Dashkins wouldn't have come into this thinking, well, boys, if we can just win here, we're into the regional finals. But they want to try and make as deep a run as possible. Just get more reps against these teams that are stronger than them. They continue to get more experience. It's a good opportunity for them coming towards the tail end of the season as well to keep themselves active before they run out of games to play. So there's certainly a lot of value here for Dashkins in this cup number 4.
Lexi trying to make something happen with that FAMAS like you were mentioning earlier, but didn't hear or see Lear Monster until it was too late, I'm afraid. Noxie, that's an incredible jiggle headshot. I mean, he probably should have gone down there for free, but he's able to get away with a kill and fall back and keep a 4v4. Dink on Lear Monster 2 from that earlier duel. ZMB will spam Noxie out of the round, though. And with the utility towards short, this round will be safe.
They want to go for extra kills or just save their Kevlar and head armor. I mean, if you're Timo, then you should be just throwing yourself into the lion's den, see if you can maybe get a kill. But
Matt, what if you give... That's just giving your opponents $300 for free.
Yeah, but Trav, what if he gets a kill and then gets an AK?
And he's been given a 5-7 now. He might go back and look for something, but I doubt it from that position. You are right. I do wish players in this scenario would take the gamble because it makes more sense.
It's the risk-reward conversation, right? Like, you're not risking a whole lot. The reward is a decent one, but either way, it is going to be a 6th round on the board here for Dashkins, and we'll finally head into the first gun round of the second half. Except Cassin's not going to have his orb, so it will be slightly easier in that regard for Dashkins not having to go up against a sniper rifle.
I've got a quick tack pause. Remember I asked you about this at the time, and you kind of agreed with me? Talking about our Argentinian full team. South Africa. JT, Sonic, Mistum, Wilge at Triton, and TC. Would you remove Triton these days, or...?
No, definitely not. Absolutely. Triton's in before Vilge these days, honestly.
Gotcha.
But there's no one that I would pick. I'd just go with Vilge as the 5th.
Okay.
That is the 5th. Triton, Vilge, Sonic, JT, Mistum, TC as the coach. Honestly, that team would bang. Like, if they were given a spot in EU where they could practice, if they were given, you know, decent facilities, given that time, that would be genuinely, no bias, a top 50 team.
I mean, top 50 isn't that crazy. It's still a big achievement, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to be realistic.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. All right, I'll take that.
BESTIA have decided to double save, interestingly enough.
Yeah, that is a curious decision.
They really want the AWP, I guess.
We actually saw a team do that earlier, right? Didn't Novak go for a double save, if I'm not mistaken, just to get Mo Savage the AWP in one of those rounds? I can't remember exactly. Might have been their opponents, but all games merge into one when you've done 3 BO3s in a day. Lexi toward long. Might get 2, you know. Might get 2, you know. Good angle against Allison. Divine is low HP coming in second. If Lexi swings and pre-fires this. Oh, he does, but it still baits in Cassin either way. ZMB saved his teammate's life until Cassin came in literally a split second after.
Look at the timing on that there from Cassin and Lexi. They combine brilliantly, perfectly to get those kills and just lock in the round off the back of... It's not like a full eco because they obviously get a bit of a half buy, so we'll call it a half buy, but still, for Dashkins, it's such a demoralizing round to lose when you're trying to make this comeback happen. Now you go down 11-6, you got enough money in the bank, but this shouldn't have been the round where you took a step backwards. Okay, but before we get into the gun round, let's do the UK one now.
Okay.
Rattlesnake...
Oh, God.
No, I'm joking. Mezzy, Cypher, Thomas, maybe Gizmy, Azu.
Pretty much. I mean, I still think, even though, you know, he's had his moments, good and bad, you have to take Smooya as the AWP.
Oh, sure. I missed the AWPer. Right, yeah.
So
Swap gives me out for Smooya in my team.
Honestly, now, I still think Gizmy can do good things with Monty. So I'm going to take
Gizmy over Thomas.
I think he's been more active lately than Thomas and at a better level. So I'd take Mezzy, Smooya, Gizmy, Cypher. So Mezzy, Smooya, Gizmy, Cypher, and Azuwu.
Azuwu, yeah.
And Ash as the coach, obviously.
Sure, yeah, naturally. Yeah, I think that would be a very good team. Casson, I'm surprised that shot doesn't connect, and almost equally surprised that he doesn't go down there. So I guess the two kind of cancel each other out. 5v5, round goes on.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Bestia didn't actually go for the buy, like we said. They took a round time to build up their money, and they won the round anyway. So look at their banks now. 6.3 on Cassin, even with the AWP. 5.3 on Noxe, 4.6 on Timo. It's all fallen into place for them once again, and now they've got another 5v4. Leo Monster caught by the Cassin AWP. And he's casing them in right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be the most difficult way for them to get into the A-bomb site from here with the utility that they have available to them, but actually, doesn't look like they want to go A at all. They're just trying to sell a bit of a fake, and it's worked the trick because it's drawn that CT player in that direction. Noxe might start to realize he's made a bit of a mistake with that rotation, tries to go back, but Hap will cut him down. Lexian behind the car, good for one, good for follow-up damage, good for two. Great job coming through from him, hasn't even had to call on that second player on the platform. Lexi gets across to safety, doesn't want to reload, instead tries to stand and fight, but Thomason should finish off the job, and basically has 12-6, Bestia up to map and series point. They got 6 of them.
20 and 7. That's now what? Is that 10 deaths in 2 maps
Yes,
for
sir.
Thomasin?
With the cool 43 kills to his name. 43 and 10, Trav.
43 and 10 is pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing his
Really
rating
good.
at the end of this series. Lexi, but honestly, like, we know that Thomasin has this level, especially against this kind of opponent. I'd actually like to put more of the focus on Lexi here. I think last minute stand-in, we thought Luchov would be playing. Luchov is one of the core Bestia members. And Lexi was called up, and he's had a great game. Nox is also doing everything right in this final round of the game, which looks to be the final round of the game. He's gotten the opening kill with the AWP, but of course it's one of the things that you can get with Noxy. He can pull out the secondary sometimes. Not something he primaries anymore, but still capable with it. And the nade to follow up on that second player.
Wow.
Thomasin once again multi-killing. Oh my word, 22 and 7. That's almost exactly the same KD as map 1. I'll actually keep an eye on that later and tell you all about that. 22 and 8 though will be where it will end. And Timo will put the cherry on the top of it. Bestia with the simplest of 2 zeros in this lower bracket. They'll be fighting ever further for that possibility, Matt, of going straight through to that final in the regional final.
What an incredible result that would be for Bestia, and what a great result this is, because first of all, they've had to play with the stand-in and have still won the game with these. Secondly, it's not like this was supposed to be a pushover game, but they've just completely dominated Dashkins or LP, whatever you